Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Amy, Beach by Repeat, and today we're going to go over some what solds from the last week or so. And there's a lot of them, and I know that one of them is over $200, like 280 something dollars, and it sold within 24 hours of listing it. So we'll just go ahead and jump right in and get started. See, this is a Just Nan cross stitch leaflet book with some embellishments right here. I bought a lot of these at a churchyard sale. I paid $1 for the entire book, and I have made probably $300 from selling these. I didn't know that this Just Nan is highly sought after. So, and it sold for $22 plus shipping. So not too bad. Next is a New Balance camouflage quarter zip military shirt. I bought it at a yard sale for $3. It's pretty nice. And I don't think there's any flaws with it. And it sold probably within a week for $22. Then we have this vintage brass bulldog pipe holder. It's so nice. I bought it at an estate sale. I paid $2 for it, and everybody else, I bought it on the last day. Nobody else saw it. It was hanging on the back of like a door, and I asked them if I could unscrew it and take it, and they said yeah, $2, $2 or $3, and it sold for $58.50 plus shipping. It's just super cute. Here is a Lego Ninjago set that was incomplete. I bought a whole lot of them at a yard sale. I think I paid $120 for like 38 sets, and I'm super well into the profit on this. So I'm glad to see this go. $20 plus shipping out the door. Here's a Disney plush that I got a while ago, like a year or so ago, and he was probably like in a bag of stuff I got at a yard sale. So I'm glad to see him go for $8.88 plus shipping. This is a Go Softly patio muumuu dress. I pick these up if they are plus sizes, and it's got a good pattern. I just use the keywords muumuu and house dress, and they always sell really quickly for me. It's good if you can pick them up pretty cheap. And this sold for $23 plus shipping. This was in a lot that I got at an auction, and this was the first thing that sold from that lot, which is kind of ironic. I only picked it up because it was completely sealed, and it sold I think 2 days after I listed it for $11 plus shipping. So keep an eye out for these little box sets. Here is some Matilda Jane pants for a little girl. I picked these up for 50 cents a piece at a yard sale. I think Matilda Jane is just not as hot as it used to be, so I just lotted them up. I figured I'd sell them quicker that way, and they did. They sold probably in 5 days. So they sold for $18 plus shipping. Here's a fig scrub top. I paid most likely $4 for this. I've had this for a while. Maybe this isn't a sought after color. I know that the color that is the OR Scrubs color, it's like I don't know what to call it, like a seafoamy green. Those sell really well. I've sold one top for $75 on an auction. So keep an eye out for that OR color. So this sold for $26 plus shipping. This is a Susan Graver pair of pants. They're like this liquid knit. They just kind of like flow and lay on you. I don't know how to describe that, but it's kind of a slinky material. That's it. I only pick these up if I can get them cheap and a plus size, and they sold for probably about $24 plus shipping. And they sold pretty quick too. Here is another Lego set that I picked up from that yard sale. I think it's missing a couple of minifigs, but overall it's in pretty good shape. And I got $85 plus shipping for it, and it sold really quick too. Here's Ice Riggers first edition paperback book that I picked up at the bins. Paid $0.25. I think the bins is $0.25 per book, per paperback book. I had this for about a month or so, and it sold for $10 plus shipping. Here is some Wranglers. I don't pick up all Wranglers, but if they are Wranglers rigs, I pick them all up. They sell. I guess they're a good workwear pant. They sold probably for about 23 plus shipping. And even though it's a bigger size of 46, it took just a little longer to sell, but I will take that. Next is an Oakland A's jersey. I got this at the Goodwill. I paid, I think it was a 50% off day. So maybe $350 for it. It sold in probably about 2 weeks. I'm surprised it was still there. I don't know. We have a lot of resellers that frequent this Goodwill that I went to, but it sold for probably, I think it sold for 30 plus shipping. So glad it's going to a good home. I got this cookbook at an estate sale. She sold a lot of the cookbooks to me for like $2 or $3. So I have maybe a quarter into this one, and it sold for 10 plus shipping. I always look for these spiral bound cookbooks. And here is a wood carving magazine that I sold for $10. I bought a huge stack of magazines for $25 at an estate sale. I just took a gamble. I didn't research them or anything, but I've been selling them for $10 a piece, and they've been selling really well. I only have about 5 left out of, I'd say, 40. So keep an eye out for any kind of carving magazines. And this is a lot of Vampire Hunter D books, some manga books. Our library, well, at least one of our libraries, has a section where you can buy stuff, and that's where I found these. I paid, I think, $7 for the whole lot, and they sold for $89 plus shipping. Here is some more of the outdoor research. These are Nomex gloves. They're made of like cowhide, and they are military gloves, size medium, and these sold for probably $34 because I have a 15% off coupon in my store, and they sold, I think, the very next day. Here's some more Star Wars stuff. I don't know what that word is, but it looks like Yoda riding a horse to me. Oh, it is a horse. I got this at the bins. I don't know anything about it. And I think it was even broken. Oh, yeah, it says read. It was broken, but I knew somebody would want it. So it sold for probably about $7 plus shipping. And here is a little toothless figure that I think he has something missing on him as well, but he sold for $7 plus shipping. Catton is a good brand if you can find it cheap enough. It's a surf brand, and they have like some classic pieces, but I like it when I can find the bigger sizes, like a 2X or 1X. And it sold for probably $19 plus shipping. Here's another bins find I found for a quarter. It is Horrors in Paradise, and it sold for $4 plus shipping, and it is actually going to Hawaii. Here's a J. Jill. I love finding J. Jill. I pick it up if I can find it cheap enough. All sizes. Well, extra small is, if it's really cheap, but I pick it all up. It all sells for me. It's a good bread and butter piece, and I sold this for $22 plus shipping, and I listed it low because of the season, but it's super nice. I think it's reversible too. It's super cute. Oh yeah, it is reversible, but it's really nice. Here's a Talbot's dress. This is a really nice classic piece. It's a bigger size. It's a 12 petite, and it sold for $24 plus shipping, and I think this sold within 2 days, so I'm really excited for that. And here is a vintage leather ammo pouch that I picked up at a yard sale. I paid $2 for it. It was in bad shape as far as like the leather, so I conditioned it, and probably took me about less than 10 minutes to do that, and it cleaned up really nice, and I got probably $18 plus shipping for it. Here is a Ralph Lauren anchor belt. It is so nice. It's just a really nice design. It's clean. It looks like it was never worn, and there were none listed, and there were solds for, I think $150 to $120 at the time. So I listed it for 110, and I do believe I got the full asking for it. And here is a vintage and new sealed Simpsons Clue game. I bought this at a yard sale for $2, and I was surprised because I swear that the guy that was having the yard sale was a reseller, but he sold this to me for $2. I don't know. The comps were good on it, and it sold probably within 2 weeks. Here's some cat and board shorts that I picked up at a yard sale. Paid $2 for these. They're a smaller size, so they sat for a little bit, but I listed them really low. They probably sold for $10 plus shipping, but I still made a profit on it. Picked this Barbie doll up at a yard sale. There was a trash bag full of vintage Barbie stuff, like that were from the 60s. So I knew to just go ahead and pick it up and look it up when I got home. And sure enough, this is the last of the Barbies to sell. I've probably made over $200 so far in profit off of that $10 bag. And she was the best one. And she sold for $120 plus shipping. Here is a Monster High Dracula doll that I got at a yard sale as well. She was $1, and her wings fold down. She's really cute. And she's going to a grandma who is buying Monster High dolls for her little grandbaby. Well, her little granddaughter. Here's a Lily Pulitzer Estee Lauder, probably like a gift bag that you would get when you bought some Estee Lauder stuff. I paid maybe $1 or 50 cents for this at a yard sale, and it sold within a week for $9.99 plus shipping. There's a Walt Disney World Sorcerer's hat. I picked this up at a church sale for 50 cents, and it's really tall too. It's like 18 inches maybe, and it sold within a couple weeks for $19.99 plus shipping. And Coleman, I always pick up Coleman camping stuff no matter the condition, because I part it out. But here's a vintage Perfect Flow. You just connect the bottle to the bottom of the burner and you can cook on top of it. And I sold it for $22 plus shipping. If you guys don't know already, I love picking up brass, and I picked this up at a yard sale for 50 cents. And it sold within a week. It's this cute little trinket box. I just cleaned it right up. It sold for $22 plus shipping. So here are some vintage Simpsons 3-pack of talking golf head covers. They're from the year 2000, and I bought them at a yard sale, the same one where the Simpsons Clue game was. And this still had wrapping paper attached on the back. It was kind of funny. They appear to be in good shape. I can't test them because they're still like inside the packaging, so hopefully they work. Last I checked, they were still in transit. So wish me luck that they work out for them. They sold for $135 plus shipping. Here's a vintage Schleich cow. I picked him up at the bins. I have maybe a quarter into him. He sold for $5.99 plus shipping. Here is some military flotation devices that you attach to your belt. You pull this little ripcord, and a CO2 canister inside inflates I don't want to say a life vest, but some flotation device. And they sold for $100 plus shipping. And I'm definitely going to keep on the lookout for these. We have a lot of military in my area. There's some more brass. Actually, the person that bought that brass shell bought this as well. It's just this little teeny tiny ashtray. It's really ornate and super cute. I paid 50 cents for this at a yard sale. And here is a sweet little boho belt. I bought it at a yard sale. The lady gave it to me for 50 cents. It's just really cute and reminds me of the 70s. It's pretty wide. And it sold for $35 plus shipping. Next, we have this Whisper Light camping equipment and this MSR fuel bottle and maintenance kit. And we got this at an auction. We have less than $1 in this whole set right here. And it's from the late 80s. And this bottle right here is like an anniversary bottle. I think it's a sought after piece, but it sold for $110 plus shipping within a week. Next is a Coleman replacement heat shield. Like I said, I pick up all Coleman's and I part them out. And this sold for $9.50 plus shipping. Here is a Craftsman open-end wrench. I picked up a bunch of these, and I have maybe 10 cents into each piece, and it sold for $8.99 plus shipping. And another piece from that Coleman lantern is the little tiny knob, and that sold for $11 plus shipping. Here's a vintage Cabela's military jacket. I bought this at a yard sale for $2. It's USA made. It's got that nice real tree camo look, and it sold for $45 plus shipping. This I bought at that yard sale as well with all the military equipment. This is probably the piece that will fetch me the most amount of money, but I have $3.75 into this. It is a tactical sleeping bag. It has armholes on the side so you can stick your arms out, and at the very bottom, normally where sleeping bags are, closed up for your feet, this one is open so you can walk around. There was none listed. No, there was 2 listed. One was $700, which was crazy in my opinion, and the other one was like $399 maybe, but I just wanted to get it gone since it takes up a lot of space. So it sold 2 days for $285 plus shipping. And some more Legos. I'm slowly selling all the Lego pieces. It's an incomplete set of Lego Ninjago, and it sold, I think it was $40 plus shipping. And this is a Zippo lighter that I've sold in another video as well. I have probably like 4 of these lighters. It came from a house clean out. The people bought this house to flip, and they had to clean out all the contents, and they were just throwing everything away. And we stopped in and chatted them up, and they said, go inside. If you see anything, you can have it. We tried to give them money for stuff. They didn't want it. They said that you're just helping us out by taking things. So I sold this. I think they offered me $35, and I sold it. And this is another thing from that military yard sale. It is a jungle hammock. It has I don't know, it's hard to see, but it's the hammock. It has like a mosquito net, and it has a fly tarp over top of it, so you're safe from the bugs and the rain. And I didn't see any listed of this exact model because this is a newer one. All the ones I saw were like vintage from World War II, but this had to have been newer. $65.99 plus shipping. And next is a jet boil sleeve that goes to a jet boil stove. We got this at a yard sale. I think I paid $10 for the whole jet boil, the jet boil was broken, but I knew that I could get enough piecing it out. I've already sold a couple of pieces off of it. So keep an eye out for jet boils. They sell for $100 if you can find them in working order. Here are some cloisonne cufflinks. I got these at the bins. They were on a shirt. I didn't want the shirt, so I just took the cufflinks off and, added them to my pile. And so I probably have like 10 cents into these, and they sold for $10 plus shipping. Next is this vintage icy polar bear towel. It's so cute. It had a stain down here in the corner. I cleaned it up, and it's good as new. So I'm glad it's going to a good home. And I sold it for $24 plus shipping. Next is the standard James Pierce linen dress. It's a size 3. It's a vanity size. I think standard is the more inexpensive of the James Pierce line. So for that reason, I listed it a little lower. And I think I took an offer for $30 plus shipping for this. But it's really nice. Wish it would have fit me. Here's a Talbot's dress. I picked this up at the bins. It's luau dress. It reminds me of that character from Lilo and Stitch. It looks like something she would wear. But it's a plus size. That's why I picked it up. And it's sold for I think it was $22 plus shipping. Here is another bins find. It's a Simply Southern Cancer Awareness shirt. I picked it up because it's got the pink ribbon and the cute little sock monkey. And it sold for $15 plus shipping. This came from that military yard sale as well. It is a SOG Seal Pup Elite Fixed Knife. It has a little bit of condition issues on the blade, but it's just surface level. And it sold within a week for $45 plus shipping. Here's an Eddie Bauer jacket I picked up for $1 at a church yard sale. There's nothing too special about it. I don't pick up Eddie Bauer too much, but I got it for $1 and I knew I would be able to flip it. I think I sold it for $15 plus shipping. Here's an LL Bean Gore-Tex rain jacket. I picked this up, paid $3 for it, and it sold within a week. Like, I think actually 2 or 3 days. I think they sent an offer at $24, and I accepted it. Here are some new Tag Carhartt shorts. They are a size 42, and they sold for $19.80 plus shipping. If I get it cheap enough, I always pick up Carhartt. Here's a Starbucks You Are Here mug. It's from Prague. I always pick these up if I get them cheap enough, and this one I paid $1 for, and it sold for $33 plus shipping. Here is a packed organic jumpsuit. I paid $7.50 for this at the Goodwill, and I sold it for $45 plus shipping. All right, here is another piece from that military yard sale that I went to. It is a Granite Gear dump trunk pouch. It zips up and it attaches to your belt, and when you unzip it, you can dump your mags inside here and close it up. Obviously, they sell for good money. This one sold in 2 days for $59.99, and it had some issues, like a stain or something on it, but overall it was in really good shape. So $59.99 plus shipping. And here's a little Honolulu Waikiki souvenir cup mug. I'm sure you got some kind of like fancy cocktail in here, and it finally sold after, I'm sure, a year or two sitting in my store. It sold for $9.89, or no, it sold for $9.87 plus shipping. And here is a North Face shirt I picked up at the bins. Paid 50 cents for it probably, and it sold for $13.50 plus shipping. And here is a Thermarest slacker hammock that I sold from that military yard sale. It's not new, it just still has the tag on it, and even as a used hammock, it's sold for $60 plus shipping. And last is this Talbot's linen popover shirt, little V-neck, lightweight, size small, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. And that's all I have, guys. And thanks for watching. If you're still here and you like this content, please feel free to like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you again next time. Maybe we'll be going to an estate sale or an auction. Probably an auction. We love the auctions. All right, guys. Bye. See you later.